Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today we are in day 4 of the 4-star buff booster raid tournament with no reds. I'm going to feature my 5 raid flags with commentary, and I apologize in advance about my frog voice. I've been sick for, I think I'm on day 3 now, so we are going to power through this raid tournament video. Today's featured hero is going to be Grim, so I am going to use the glass version and then also the toon version in some cases, although there's no reds allowed in this raid tournament, so I probably won't use the toon version since the toon version is mostly useful with doing extra damage to red. Today's first battle is going to be up against a glass Kashrek tank team. They've also got glass Caedmon, glass Grim, glass Melindor, and Sabina, the toon version. So let's bring in probably some greens and purples here. They've got only really 2 attackers with Grim and Caedmon, so I'm not going to bring any counterattack heroes since those are both glass. Let's bring in probably Caedmon himself. I'll bring the toon version, and then I'm going to bring in Goldie. She's been working out really good this week with the attack growth. And then I'm going to bring in Melindor, and I think I might bring in Regard too. Let's bring in 3 healers against this team since they are a healer heavy team, and I'll let that attack growth build up with Goldie. All right, let's just make sure I got the right troop on Caedmon and Melindor. Okay, cool. Let's see how this first flag goes. All right, pretty good board to start. I'm going to start off with the 3 purples horizontally. That's going to set off 2 cascades. Actually, a 3rd one afterwards with the green up top on the horizontal row. Nice cascading with the other greens too. We might be able to kill Kashrek before he even gets going. Let's use Caedmon on him. Not quite. What's he got for health left? 114. I've got those green tiles. That will definitely kill him. Perfect. Now, I'm going to hold off on using Melindor for a turn or 2. Let's match this blue diamond. And let's go to these 4 yellows. That way I can get Goldie. And then I'm going to hit the blue diamond, I think. But I'm going to use Goldie first since it's going to set off at least 1 cascade of those yellows. And you know what? I think I am going to use this special for Melindor too. Alright, let's use Grim on the right side over here. He's got quite a few buffs. He still has his Ether power and then the Reflect and the defense up. So this should be a good amount of damage. 952 to Sabina. Very nice. Alright, let's match the 3 greens here in the very middle. I am going to use Caedmon on Grim, I think, since he does extra damage to blue. Nice. 1,092 damage. Alright, let's now match these 3 reds setting off that cascade of purples. Like to kill Grim before Melindor heals if we can. I'm going to wait to use Regard. Although we might be able to kill Grim with those couple purples. Although I've got a purple diamond. How much does he have for health left? 188. I've only got 1 purple hero. Let's hold off on using Regard. I'm going to match these 2 purples up against Grim. That did not kill him, but the green cascade will. Very nice. All right, let's hold off on using Regard still until after Caedmon goes off. I'm going to match these yellows to set off that cascade of yellows on the left. It's going to give me Goldie. Very nice. Melindor is about to go off and dispel, so I'm going to wait to use my specials. Let's match the reds and greens up top here. Now I'm going to match these 3 reds vertically so I can match the greens next turn, or we could get a cascade of greens. Even better. Green diamond. And blues. We've got everybody special. Alright, I'm going to kill the Heal her first, or rather attack him. See what kind of damage that does. Alright, decent amount. Let's match these blues and purples here. And Melindor is dead. Now it's just a matter of time until Caedmon is dead. Trying to just ghost tiles that way I don't hit Caedmon and him get those thorn minions. And we've got both Grim and Caedmon. We should be able to finish him off right now. Let's give Grim the glory since he's our featured hero. He had the attack down and still got 570 damage. All right, we are 1 for 1 to start off day 4. Next up, we are going to go up against a Glass Melindor tank team. They've also got Glass Caedmon again. They've got Wukong, and then Glass Li Zu. So I am probably going to bring in the Toon version of Grim. That way he resists the negative mana reduction from Li Zu. And I'm thinking about bringing another attacker in here. I might bring in Tiberius over Regard. Yeah. All right. Let's go into battle with this. We've got a blue diamond to start with those purple. So let's match that blue diamond. Nice cascading. And I don't need to hit the blue diamond to get Grim special, so let's just match the 3 blues on the very bottom. This should not set off Melindor, and we might be able to get off Grim before he goes off. I did set him off, damn it. Alright, well. What does Wukong have for defense? 1133 plus 56. I'd love to get some more buffs on Grim before I use his special. I am gonna match these greens and purples here in the middle, I think. Nice cascade with the purples. Let's match the 3 greens here. Just short of giving me Melindor, but I want to kill off Melindor, their Melindor, before he heals again. So let's use the main part of Grim. And then let's hit this Caedmon with Caedmon to dispel the counterattack for Li Zu. And then I'm going to use Tiberius on the right side. Actually, let's use Tiberius over here, since this Caedmon is weaker. Almost dead. Alright, I'm going to hit this blue diamond. That's going to give me Grim special back, and then it's going to ghost those yellow tiles up the middle. One of the Caedmons is dead. Now, let's hit Caedmon with Grim. He does have the attack down, so it's not going to be as high. I definitely need to heal. Let's match these yellows here so I can get Goldie. Match these reds to move that purple tile over. I'm going to hit this red dragon, which will give me Melindor special and a purple cascade and a purple diamond. Nice. Alright, let's use Melindor to heal and to dispel. Let's attack Li Zu with Caedmon. I'm going to match these purple tiles in the middle here so that I can get Tiberius' special, and we're going to kill Li Zu before she goes off. Perfect. And I'm going to hit this purple diamond. That's going to give me Tiberius back because of those 4 ghosted purple tiles. And let's hit Caedmon. Let's ghost these 3 blue tiles. Ghost these 4 greens and purples and yellows and blues. Nice, nice cascade. And we're going to give Grim the glory again against Wukong. And we are 2 for 2 today. Next up, we are going to have a Li Zu tank team. This is the silencer version of her. They've also got Goldie, Glass Kiril, Raleigh, and then also Shark Kai. So I am going to bring in another purple. Let's bring in Regard, and then I might take out Goldie since they have a yellow tank, yeah. And I think I'm probably going to keep everybody else the same. We've got 5 tunes in here, which will have a good chance to resist the silence from Lizu. And let's go to battle with this. We've got a yellow diamond to start. Of course, we don't have any yellows on this team. But let's match that so I can do some tile dumping. Before I do that, though, let's match these 4 blues. And let's hit that yellow diamond to tile dump. I am going to match that red diamond. That's going to set off a cascade of greens directly underneath it. Grim did get silenced, unfortunately. I want to... thinking about hitting the red diamond. Yeah. Kiro's gonna get set off before I can kill Li Q, or Li Zu rather. Definitely gonna need to heal soon. I am gonna match these. Oh, man, this battle actually is not looking that great. I really need to heal. I've got greens and purples, but not enough to give me specials. You know what I'm going to do, actually? Let's move this 1 blue tile over and match this. Actually, I can do this. Okay. We're going to match the purples and greens on the right first. And then I'm going to match the greens on the left, and then that blue dragon's going to hit the 1 green tile that I need to get... who am I looking for? Melindor. Let's use Cademon on Li Zu, and that will dispel everybody, so that her attack is much less. Now let's hit this blue dragon, and we may as well move that 1 blue tile over, I think. No, actually, let's hit the blue dragon as is, because that purple tile will do more damage. I doubt we're going to be able to kill Li Zu, but you never know. At least we got our special off before she went off. Now, I've got some options. I think I'm going to match the 3 yellows horizontally on the left. That's going to set off 2 cascades of blues underneath. So I'll get 5 blue tiles up against Li Zu, and we might be able to kill her with that. And we were able to. We did get a critical hit in there too. Awesome. All right, that worked out great. Now, I am going to match these yellows and greens. I'm going to wait to use Grim. Nice cascade with the purples. Raleigh's got all those thorn minions, so I'm thinking about hitting the left side. Although I'd rather Kirill go off first. But I've got all these blue tiles to match. I'm going to hold off on using Regard. I don't need to use him right now. Let's use Tiberius on... Let's use Tiberius and Grim on Goldie, since Tiberius does extra damage to yellow. Nice amount of damage. Okay. Now let's ghost these 4 blues. Kirill's about to go off. Let's match... let's use Regard, actually, and then I'm going to match these purples up against him. I'm going to hit this red dragon where it is so I can get that 1 green tile to get Cademon. let's use Kademon on Goldie, see if we can kill her. If not, Grim should be able to next turn. Awesome. All right, let's match these 4 blues in the middle. And then I'm going to hit that blue dragon so that I can get Grim special back and get those greens over there. Die, Kirill. Oh, man, so close. All right, let's use Melindor. Then I'm going to use Grim on Kirill. And these green tiles will be able to kill him. Perfect. Now we've got a lot of space to ghost tiles. Nice cascade with the greens and that yellow diamond. I'm going to use Kademon on Raleigh. And then ghost those purples. We're just going to ghost tiles and avoid them and hit Raleigh as much as possible as we can. Raleigh is dead. We've just got Shark Guy left, and he should be dead maybe right now. Yes. Awesome. All right. That battle was a little longer than I would have liked, but we made it through. 3 for 3 right now. We've got a Glass Kademon tank team. They've also got Glass Kirill, Glass Cyprian, Glass Chao, and Glass Hu Tao. So I'm going to bring in some Glass versions since they've got, what's his name, Cyprian. Let's bring in Glass Grim. And then I'm going to bring in Glass Kademon. I don't have a glass version of Tiberius, and I don't think I have any other glass attacking costumes. Yeah, I don't. Let's bring back in Goldie, though. And I think I want to go heavy with healers. Let's bring back in Regard. All right. Let's go into battle with this. I'm going to start off with... not a lot of great cascading options, unfortunately. Let's start off with the 3 reds up against Kademon. Maybe I can get a green in the middle. Nope. We do get a yellow, so we can match those 4 yellows. Let's match the 3 greens here now. Let's match the 3 yellows up against Kademon. I'm going to match the reds and yellows. That yellow dragon's also going to move up that blue tile on the left to set off a cascade as well. Nice cascading with the purples also. Come on, kill Kademon before he goes off. Damn. So close. All right, at least we can use Goldie to heal. Give me that reflect. And then I think I'm going to match the 3 greens here. Right in the middle. It's going to give me Kademon and not Melindor, unfortunately. Let's see if we can kill their Kademon. If not, these tiles in the middle will with the yellows and purples. Alright, Kademon is dead. I've got a couple healers now. Let's use Melindor. I'm going to hold on to Regard. And let's hit Chao with Grim. 1017 damage. Nice. Let's see if we can kill him with these blue tiles. I don't think I can, but you never know. Not quite. Now let's match the blues and yellows now. This will definitely kill Chao. Nice cascade with the greens. Let's use Goldie. And I'm going to match these 3... You know what? Let's match the purples on the bottom, see if we can kill Hu Tao with those. Perfect. Now, let's match these this green diamond. And we're just going to fire specials now, rapid fire, and see if we can end this battle over the next few turns. Nice cascading. Cyprian is dead. And we've got Grim to finish off Kirill to take the glory, and we are 4 for 4, 1 flag left. And we are going to go up against a Toon Caedmon tank team. They've also got Toon Kirill, Toon Regard, Toon Cyprian, and then they've got Glass Chow. So I am probably going to keep the team the same. They've got a very similar team to what they had before, except I think they've got Regard instead of Hutao. So they've only got 2 attackers. I definitely want to keep my glass costumes in, and I want to keep in all the healers. Yeah, let's go into battle with this. We have a blue diamond right off the rip. Let's match that. And I'm going to hit the blue diamond. I need 5 more tiles for Grim, so we might as well. Let's use Grim in the middle here on Caedmon. And then match these 4 yellows. No, let's match the greens first before those get separated. Now, let's match the greens on the left to set off that cascade of yellows. Please kill Caedmon. Thank you. Nice cascading. More cascading. Please kill Regard before he heals. That is a crazy cascade. 17 combos. That's why they call me Combo. All right, let's use some healers here. I'm going to use Goldie and then Melindor. And then let's kill off Kirill with Caedmon. Gonna ghost these blue tiles over here so I can get Grim. We're going to hit Chow with the main part since this battle's pretty much over. Nice cascading. And we're going to have both of our attacking specials. Let's use Grim and then Caedmon. And this should do it. Awesome. All right. We ended up going 5 for 5 again today. I am 20-0 on the week. So I'm hoping to finish 25-0 tomorrow. The defense has been trash. We have an E rating all week. We've only had 1 win on defense, as you can see. So I was a little drunk, I think, when I set my defense on Sunday. I don't know. But I put blues up front when there was no reds allowed. I should have put greens up front. So that was my bad. Right now, from a ranking perspective, we are 13-01, which is kind of where I've been hovering all week because of that defense dragging me down. Let me know how your Buff Booster 4-star raid tournament is going, and that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful, and if you did, hit that like button. Make sure you're subbed to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.